Nah, you. Fuck this creepy ass. Literally keeps popping up at like Start off by saying hi, YouTube. Welcome on in. Hey, we're moving on to episode number 4. I think it's time for me to get a new chair. This one just keeps coming down. Dead by Daylight. I really want to play Dead by Daylight. Some other games here on stream soon. I mean, we've already started playing some games like Mouthwash. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please remember to practice some self-care. And with that being said, we got some more Princess Tutu. We got some more Princess Tutu. I also have a whole thing about Pokemon cards that we collect and we open up. Unfortunately, for those of you guys that have ordered, it'll be here sometime next week. I just got confirmation of that. And we'll go ahead and open up the packs live here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Princess Tutu, episode number 4. Let's jump right into it.
昔々、決して叶わぬ悲しい恋がありました。でも、それだけで物語は生まれません。恋の物語を紡ぐべき男はもう世界にはいなくなってしまいました。恋はいつまでも悲しいままで物語は生きています。紡ぎ手のいなくなった物語はその結末を求めてさまよっています。
It's not the main narrator that's narrating it. That's interesting. Hold on. I do have a question for y'all. Does every story have to have a conclusion for it to be good? In your opinion? Like, for example, a lot of people only want happy endings in their stories. In order for them to even consider it like semi-decent, they want some sort of a happy ending. I don't think... I like inconclusive endings. Only if it ends with a good question. I'll be very honest. Yes, though, I also include open-ended endings for certain things. Yeah, like, I love open-ended endings that, like, just leave you to think. It doesn't have to be, like, conclusive, but it can literally just be, like, for example, the character looks out and sees the grander scale of things that are still yet to come, and there's no definitive proof of any of his actions have any meaning whatsoever other than in his own tiny little paradigm microsystematic issue of a giant macro system altogether. And as he's looking out and about, right, there can be no sense of fulfillment other than to his own self, right, not fully knowing what's yet to come. Like, that's why I hate Madoka. It reopens a story that was finished. Okay. Momo, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Hell yeah. No, but it's hard to make a good story without a good ending. These intros remind me of Mushishi. So the Cowboy Bebop would not be as good if it didn't have such a perfect ending. Cowboy Bebop is I mean, it's very much a talked about series. The music is wonderful and altogether, right? A good ending can definitely make or break a series, but I mean, for you, does that bring you happiness? Like genuinely, does it make you happy if a story does have like an ending, a happy ending per se? Or are you okay with it being sad? Or are you okay with it being open? Anyway. That's so. This opening is in of itself is wonderful. Hey yo, they got the penguin from Evangelion.
さすがね、やっぱり天才ね。私もあんな風に踊れる日が来るのかな。
ペンペン。
ついにその気になったのね。なんて途方もない夢なの。アヒルだよ、アヒル。うちはアヒルの取り柄よ。夢は大きい方がいいよ。その方が失敗も大きいわ。頑張ればできないことはない。普通の人はね。まあ、とりあえずは見習いクラスを脱出しないと。そうなんだよね。プリンセスチュチュになればどんな踊りだって踊れるけど、
Right.
でもそれって私、別な誰か。私はただの見習いクラスの女の子で、っていうかそもそもただの鳥のアヒルだし、練習なんかしても意味ないのかな。あ、
Ow! Ow! To be honest with you, my heart goes out to all the ballet people overall. Being on their toes, right? I'm pretty sure that like it depends on how you like binding your feet can deform your feet, right? And it can affect like pretty much everything. But being on your feet all day and like literally being on your toes for that matter. Wow, ballerina's got some fucked up toes. Being on toes.
なんだよその顔。
どんな顔なの？
何を考えていた？今だ。何を思っていた？
誰かが呼ぶんだ。誰だかわからないけど、僕はその人の気持ちがわかるような気がするんだ。胸の奥が苦しくて、誰かに会いたい、会って話をしたい。そんな気持ち、僕にもある。これって寂しいっていう気持ちなのかなって。
Oh.
寂しい気持ちだと。ミュートが心を取り戻してる。見ろ、この顔。嫌いだ、この顔。くだらない感情、寂しさなんかを取り戻したこんな嫌な顔。
Now, brother, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. You don't gotta grab someone like that. That's kind of wild. Also, you have his hand over his mouth on this one, but under? Here, okay, yeah.
そんな気持ちを思い出して楽しいか？
One performance?
気分がいいか、ミュート。
Wow, Blique.
そう、心などお前には必要ない。必要ないんだ。そんなものを取り戻したら。
取り戻したら。
とにかく心など欲しがるな。
Fuck boys. You have no need for a heart. If you were to regain one, you wouldn't be a part of the boys. You have no need for a heart. He's such a good friend. They're always trying to protect him in this way.
いいな、聞こえない。
わかったよ、ワキア。言う通りにするよ。
そうだ、それでいい。
アヒルさん、上級クラスのレッスンを邪魔した罰としてデベロッペの練習を一人でやることいいですね。
はい。
しっかり練習すれば初級クラスに戻してあげましょう。
はい。
ちゃんと練習しないと私と結婚してもらいますよ。
Oh, Neko-san.
鳥だし見習いだしおまけに居残りだし、ルーちゃんみたいになんて一生なれないかも。あ、ミュートだ。
プリンセスチュチュ。
あんなのお話じゃない。王子様とは結ばれない運命を。
But for us, this is just like a compilation of a lot of fairy tales and all put together in a like new way that transcends everything, right? Cat usually loves birds. Yeah, in that capacity.
背負ったお姫様、 告白した途端光の粒になって消えちゃうのよ。そんなのお話の中だけのことだもん。お話は本当じゃないもん。ミュートがお話のおじさまってのは本当だけど。っていうか関係ないじゃん。お話でも本当でも私はミュートの心を取り戻してあげたいだけなんだから。そうだもん。一緒にとか告白とかそんなこと考えてないもん。考えてないんだから
It's Pen Pen. Before the calamity. The sense of power and control that they have over him, they might be thinking that they're doing it like, and I've often seen this in like fucked up relationships and a lot of toxic relationships as well, where they keep asserting themselves in a position over like, you love me, you need this from me, I am this to you, like a certain roles and certain dynamics over the other person, because for them that is what they would consider being loved or being in love. Oof, like. This relationship, the friendship that he has with the other guy and the relationship with her, it just keeps devolving into a form of toxicity where I'm like, they're just having complete and utter control over you. Now, might it be because they fear as though someone might take advantage of you if they don't have this control over you? Could be. However, they like might have some good intentions behind it? Could be. However, is this okay? And would this be right? No, this is kind of fucked up if you think about it.
何もわから じゃないの？それが現実に現れて
くだらん。
Princess Tutu's here.
あまりミュートに近づかないでくれ。
私にいちいち指図しないで。あれ？ピアノ？アヒルは？アヒル。あれ？二人ともどうしたの？それはこっちのセリフよ。そうよ。一人で居残りしてすごーく落ち込んでると思ってきたのに。何はつらつとしてんの？ありがとう。でも私とっても今楽しんでるの。だって踊りって練習すればするほど楽しくなってくるんだもん。アヒル無理しないで。辛い時は辛そうにしてるのよ。
Break her neck.
やっぱり苦しかったのね。あんたのせいだって。嘘。大丈夫？大丈夫。ああ。ねえ、私たちも付き合わない？ああ、いいね。ありがとう。いいのよ。アヒルのためだもの。
She's not just a bird, but an
ア
owl.
ヒルと一緒に見習いコースに見学よ。まだまだ未熟ね、アヒル。
アヒルさん、
猫先生。
残念なお知らせです。
My dude just really said parkour and jumps off the second floor and does the full fucking turn and lands on their feet. Damn, because he's a cat that works. The finesse.
残念なお知らせって。
アヒルさん、あなたは頑張りすぎましたね。ですから残念ながら私との結婚はお預けです。
ああ、そうですか。
あと初級クラスに戻ることを許可します。
ありがとうございます。やったじゃん。よかった。
You expected him to land on all fours? He did a 360 no scope for no reason, just
風出てきたな。
for the sake of the vibes.
あ、ミュート。
僕に何をしてほしいの？
誰と喋ってるの？何？ミュート？どこ？ミュート！いない。ミュート！何してるの？ごめんなさい。あれ、こっちにもいない。ミュートを呼んでたみたいだけど。そう。何かご用？いや、用っていうか、今ここから出て行ったんだけど。誰も出てこなかったわよ。
Oh God.
そんな確かにミュートが。嘘だわ。だって私見なかったもの。じゃあ血かな。あなたよね。はい。私が踊ってる時に変な声出して邪魔したの。あれは踊りがどれほど集中力を要するものか、あなた全然分かってないみたいだけど。そのことならごめんなさい。それより今私どうしてもミュートが変だったからっていうかおかしかったからって同じか。とにかく探しに行かないと。それじゃちょっと話はまだ終わってないのよ。待ちなさいよ。
So is Drosselmeyer really even evil to begin with? I have a feeling that he's more than likely correcting the timelines in a big way. He's acting as like the watcher, right, from Marvel Cinematic Universe, and instead of just watching, he's actually interfering and making sure that like fate and timelines are all working together in some capacity. Yeah, it's like, okay, well then every story has to have an ending. We got to make sure that every story has an ending in some capacity, and that it will be fine. Isn't he like a god or something? He just doesn't care. But I mean, if he really didn't care, he wouldn't have interfered to begin with, right? So he's either looking for a good conclusion, or he's trying to go ahead and test to see if people are willing to go ahead and transform and go against fate. That's my main, I guess, thought process. How far will mortals go? Or I guess in this character.
ミュート。ルーなんかに近づくんじゃない。ミュート。
Yeah, but is it a good conclusion or good for the exactly.
おかしい、絶対におかしい。見えない誰かと喋った後、まるで時間が飛んだようにミュートはどっちに行ったんだろう。ルーちゃん、あなたアヒルって言ったわね。結構走るの速いじゃない。
No stamina.
そうです。真似しないで。私息切れてるだけなんだから。ごめんなさい。何かしら。せっかく2人いるんだから手分けして探した方が早いかななんて思ったんだけど。そうね、そうだわね。私があなたなどと一緒に並んで歩いているなんてそもそも変だわ。変、そうだよね。じゃあ私こっち探してみるね。時間とか決めてどっかで落ち合うことに。やっぱりやめた。どうして？4つの目で探した方が確実だからよ。そうなの。今度は何？ルーちゃんはミュートとずっと前からお友達だったの？ミュートって気安すぎるとは思わない？でもミュートがそう呼んでいいって。それに何？私のことお友達でもないのにルーちゃんなんて呼ばないで。じゃあなんて呼べばいいの？ルー様。ルー様はなんでそんなに回ってるのよ。やっぱり変だもん。ルーちゃんって呼ぶね。その方が可愛いもの。可愛い。それにこんなにいっぱいお話しして一緒に歩いたんだからもう友達だもん。だからルーちゃん。ミュートいないね、ルーちゃん。
This is a forced friendship. There's nothing you can do about it, brother. You will be Ruchan. You got befriended right away. When the extrovert meets the introvert, and it's like, nah, you're my friend now. Like, let's go. Zamzena, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate it.
泣いてるの？お葬式だから当たり前でしょ。
They stuck with me.
あ、ミュート。何これ。行き止まり。
Hey, yo.
今度は何？
Nah, you. Fuck this creepy ass. Literally keeps popping up at like,
エデルさん、こんばんはアヒル、こんばんはルー。なんで私の名前？エデルさんは何でも知ってるの。私が鳥だ。何よ。とにかく怪しい人じゃないってこと。怪しいわよ。エデルさん、
Why is the town
私
always
たちミュー
empty?
トを探してるの。で、今とても変なことが起こって、お葬式の列と一緒にその行き止まりの奥に消えちゃったの。お話のお話。お話？昔とっても心と姿が美しい乙女がいた。乙女は恋をするもの。ちょっと全然関係ない話じゃない。けれどその乙女の愛した相手は身分の違う高貴なお方。決して叶わぬ恋。聞いてるの？待ってるーちゃん。
Yeah, I was about to say.
その女の人はどうしたの？
Ruchan, let her fucking speak, Ruchan.
自ら命を絶ちました。
Oh. Oh.
この世で恋が叶わないのなら生まれ変わってその恋を成し遂げようと。しかし言い名付けは現れず、乙女は身代わりの男を死の世界へと連れ去った。それはお話の中の乙女の悲しいお話。この町にはそのお話と同じ運命をたどった乙女がいた。お話と同じように恋をして、お話と同じように絶望して、お話と同じように命を絶った。そしてお話が本当になるの？お話は本当になるわ。本当とお話が混じり合うこの町では。
Rules the audience character.
お話と同じように身代わりとして。そんなことさせない。始まるわ。行き止まりが。お屋敷。乙女の魂はあの屋敷の中庭にとどまり、ずっと待っていた。イコールちゃん。
This can be a game, dude. If this was a game, I'd like, ooh, the hours that I would spend trying to go ahead and solve all these stories and mysteries and whatnot. And like, this is just a really, really nice, like, story setting, story beat. And the fact that Edel, even though as much as I hear her walking around, you know, playing her music and whatnot, because it triggers something in me, she still comes through and she gives you that knowledge without any sort of expectations that comes along with it, right? So she's very aware of what's happening, which is phenomenal in of itself. But even past that comes in the main question: can trauma pass? Oh, I guess we're talking about generational trauma and generational grief. Like, will it come through? I wonder if Edel's an actual character or a plot device, right? There's a reason we still talk about and discuss fairy tales and old stories like that, right? Because it transcends a lot of time, if you think about it, right? A lot of fairy tales and a lot of stories really have the capacity to teach and teach stuff at a fundamental level that anyone and everyone's able to get it. So, for example, I had a professor who we were talking about memetics in the psychology class. And what he told me was, and I completely agree with them, and it refers back to Kojima Metal Gear Solid 2, just in case you guys were wondering. How would you be able to go ahead and share information with someone like 200, 300, 400, 500 years in the future by making a fairy tale out of it? Words, language, stuff changes. However, if you're able to go ahead and make a fairy tale or a very down to, like, you know, something very simple, very easy fairy tale that someone might be able to, like, know, right? You still can teach very important lessons and stuff and situations out there. Let's say that you were transported 500 years from now, right? Let's say that there was a fairy tale. I did a fairy tale about, oh, well, I don't know. If you see something green deep beneath the, you know, or something that radiates, you might want to stay away or whatever, right? And you're from this time period, and you were to go 500 years in the future, and you start hearing a fairy tale about, like, if you get too close to this thing, you get sick and you pass away or whatnot. Your brain automatically starts putting it together. Number one, this might be radiation, this might be something dangerous, so on and so forth, right? So fairy tales, an incredibly powerful tool for showcasing information to the future about like lessons or information that needs to be decoded in some capacity. Songs get passed down for a long, long time. Exactly. Songs as well. Songs, art in general. Songs, fairy tale, art, something, right? There was I know in some in some Native American tribes and some especially I guess like Mexican native tribes where you have a keeper of stories. And I think in a lot of tribes, like indigenous tribes, you'll find keeper of stories, individuals who will literally try and memorize as many fairy tales as possible because they keep stories from the past alive, right? Important stuff. Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
僕がそうだって言うの。君がそう言うのなら僕はそうなのかもしれない。
Oh.
ミュート、誰と話してるの
？Oh no! She put him in a genjutsu!
何よあれ。
Oh no!
「あれが死んだ少女」ペンダントが。
僕を呼んでいたのは君だったんだ。
ジゼルのローズマリー、受け取っちゃダメ。ルーちゃん、死の世界へ連れ去られるわ。
Ballet battle, let's go! Dance song! Yeah, she doesn't have the right shoes for this. Drosselmeyer debated us. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
どうして邪魔するの？あなたは誰？私はプリンセスチュチュ。あなたと同じ愛する人とは結ばれない運命なの。私と踊りましょう。
We have trauma bonded. Dance with me. We have the same trauma. Dance with me. That's so. The gestures he used actually contain meaning in the language of ballet. That's actually really nice, really good. But overall, I will say this though. What a way to tell this story. And it's fantastic. Like, I can't stop smiling because of the way that, like, the story is just being told so nicely. And it's something you can just sit down and watch, and it's pretty self-explanatory in of itself. But nonetheless, I don't know. This is pretty... Here we go.
してあなたの踊りは悲しみに満ちていないの？
それは私の心に悲しみに負けないたくさんの思いがあるから。ミュートを連れて行ってもあなたの悲しみは晴れないでしょ。だってその悲しみは本当の心ではないんだから。あなたがどれだけ辛かったか私にはわからない。でももう十分に悲しんだということはわかる。だから今は静かに眠っていいの。もう悲しまなくていいから。
Princess Tutu, the therapist, coming in through giving free therapy through a dance lesson, through interpretive dance. Let me get that grief out of you. Let me get that loneliness out of you. Like, damn, dude. Princess Tutu should just come around and save everyone at this point. That's awesome. Grief therapist Tutu. Ballet plus therapy? Princess Tutu.
This 悲しみという心のかけら。これが人を苦しめる。でも、これも人の大事な心。
Oh! But Tutu has only been collecting like the really sad, like what people would consider negative emotions first, unfortunately. Like, oh, disappointment, loneliness, sorrow. Oh.
Princess Tutu.
王子に戻っていく心は寂しさ、悲しみ、人の望まない心ばかりだね。プリンセスチュッチュ、それが王子に幸せをもたらすことなのかい。
Drosselmeyer. But without any, like, without the bad moments, how can you know that you're in a good period? Genuine question, chat. Without the sad moments, without the lower moments in life, how do you know that you're in a period of your life where you're going up, or in a period in your life where you're stable? Trust the narrator; he will guide you to happiness. Princess Tutu coming through and knocking it out. Like this is nice. It's self-explanatory in that way, but it gives some certain small topics to talk about. But at the same time, it's just I don't know, man. That's some powerful stuff. That's some pretty good stuff. We're 4 episodes in. Literally just came off my chair. Oh no! I mean, it's been like 3 years, so I think it's time. That's literally the moral of a Sailor Moon film. Is it? Wow. That's the main regard. I think any therapist, any person worth their dollar will always touch on elements like this, you know, which, oh, hold on. New chair on throne. I should. I will probably put a chair on the throne. Let me see if I can take this off. That way I can show you guys. Not for it to seem bad or whatnot, but it's the heat and then the amount of time it started to like erode the sides of the chair. From a high point, stable and average can seem low. Yeah. On the other hand, well, if you think about it, it's also based on perspective, right? Which is on one hand, the longer that you spend like stable, right? I hate to put it this way. If you've had a period of ups and downs, and you get into a relationship where it's just like this the entire time, stable, do you think that you would find that relationship exciting? At first, you might be like, oh yeah, you know what? Wow, this is great. But you would more than likely, because the cushion is worn, you would more than likely find it kind of boring. Because it's not going through your cycles of ups and downs in that capacity. When do you stop repressing emotions? You tend to notice the negative ones first. When you stop repressing, yeah, because they tend to go ahead and hit you like the hardest, right? Sometimes like big emotions, like winning something major, can definitely have an effect. But negative emotions, I mean, they're easier to see as well on a person. Anyway, with that being said, YouTube, I hope that you guys are practicing some self-care. Be like Princess Tutu. If you're experiencing any of the things talked about in this episode, go see a professional therapist in your area. Go seek some help, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all, YouTube. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And dance. Dance your little hearts out.